Hey guys, welcome to Rolene's Rendezvous. Today is a very exciting and special episode because today is the official launch of Rolene's Agents of Change. But don't worry and fall off your trolley because it only sounds different. Rolene's Agents of Change will still be like Rendezvous, but will specifically focus on the good members of the community is doing. Today, for example, I rendezvous in Sunnyside with Feed a Homeless Homely, which is a project led by students for the people. This is a monthly occurrence where students tackle the streets and hand out sandwiches, scarves, and socks to those in need. Gaba, can you please tell the viewers where did the name Feed a Homeless Homie come from?
Okay, so basically what happened is we were at school one day and we had like this, I want to say epiphany, but it wasn't really an epiphany. We just saw this need for people to have like food or like a warm meal, and we're like, how can we as students help people out there, you know? So Ntiko was like, well guys, like these are our homies, you know, like how are we gonna do this? We gotta feed the homies, you know? And from that, everyone just started saying, you know, like we gotta feed a homie, and feed a homie became feed a homeless homie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's pretty much how feed a homeless homie came about.
And how long has this initiative or project been in motion, would you say?
It started last year, the end of last year, so around November, December, just after the exams.
Mm-hmm.
There was like an excess of food at Tux, and all the students were like spending money on all this food that they weren't going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, okay, what can we do with all this food?
Yeah.
And so we decided to go and collect the food. It was kind of awkward at first because everybody thought it was for us.
Yeah.
But then we're like, it's not for us, but it's all in for a good cause. So we're like, okay, let's do this. So we collected the food, and since then, at the end of every month, we've just been trying to do what we can to make a difference.
Mm-hmm. And how would you say can the public get involved in this project?
Okay, so there's different ways for people to get involved. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we have a bank account.
What?
So you can contact me on Facebook. Just inbox me at Feed a Homeless Homie. And Instagram, it's also Feed a Homeless Homie. And then you can either direct message on Instagram or send a message on Facebook. And then one of us will get back to you with all the details that you need. So with any queries that you have, just inbox or direct message us from there.
Ntiko, studying IT software, how's that going?
It has its ups and downs, because
Yeah.
the world of technology, it's always changing and stuff. So I can't say it's easy, but I'm enjoying it though.
Now today at Feed a Homeless Homie, how would you want to motivate people to be a part of this movement?
Well, people can be a part of this movement anywhere in the world, actually.
Okay.
Because we made it in such a way that people can do it anywhere in the world, where we pick one specific day where we all do it at the same time, and then it's this one big thing that everyone does each and every month.
Like a global movement?
Like
always.
a global movement,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how would you describe today in one word?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing, yes.
What would you say is the most interesting thing you've learned since the movement started last year?
Okay, one of the most interesting things I've learned is that the power of agreement can be very powerful, and love mixed together. Like when people come together as a group to actually achieve a certain goal, like literally nothing can stop them. As you can see behind, we have so many volunteers, people who want to, actually help out with the movement. Yeah, all you have to do, man, is just get people who agree with you, believe in what you believe in, and just go for it. Yeah.
And how did you decide on the area of Sunnyside today?
Actually, we started in Hatfield, right?
Okay.
But then we saw that in Hatfield, there aren't as many people because a lot of the food would always come back, come back with something. And then we actually realized that here in Sunnyside, because we live here, there's actually a lot more people and a lot more people who need it more.
A need.
Yes, exactly. So we're like, you know what, let's just move to here. Yes.
Now for the viewers and the public, what would you say can they donate, like physical goods?
Oh, all right. We usually prepare sandwiches. So you guys can donate anything that can make a sandwich. Can be a loaf of bread, can be juice, spreads, anything to put inside a sandwich. Polony, cheese, whatever, all those things. For this one, we actually ask for clothes as well because it's winter. Yes. So sometimes we collaborate with these people. who offer different things other than food, depending on the season or whatever, anything. Yeah. So we'll just let you know though, but the standard is food, anything that can make a sandwich.
Bongani, studying marketing management.
Yeah, definitely.
How can the public get involved in Feed a Homeless Homie?
Feed a Homeless Homie, man. Okay, firstly, we have a Facebook page. It's called Feed a Homeless Homie on Facebook.
Write that down.
So you guys should not forget that's Feed a Homeless Homie. And then if you happen to be in contact with any one of our 5 members, because we have 5 leaders in our team, which is Gaba, Zooks, Ntiko, myself, and Nwabisa.
Okay.
So if anyone is in contact with those 5 people, then you know they can contact us to be involved. Yeah.
And what would you say is the most interesting thing that you've learned thus far in this experience and movement?
Wow, the most interesting thing.
Yeah.
I guess I've learned to connect, like just kind of resonate with people, you know, because many times I've seen people, there's this perception of homeless people, like people don't want to be associated with such people. So whenever we have our initiatives, I tend to like just interact with them, just try to find out why you're in the situation that you're in, what led to it. So I guess it's resonating with those kind of people, you know, which is something a normal person wouldn't just do. So that's.
And when would you say is your next drive? So like today we were walking around. What would you say is the next one?
Our next drive would probably be in July, because most times we try to do it when people are mostly available. As we are, most of us are students, so there's exam time coming up. So in July, at the end of July, should be our next drive.
Perfect. Currently talking to Lauren. Can you please tell us more about Rotaract and kind of what it's all about?
Okay, so Rotaract is a subsidiary or club partner of Rotary International, which is an international organization that focuses on community upliftment through professional development and fellowship. So those are the 3 tiers of our organization. And basically, we're all about bettering yourself so that you can better serve your community.
And how would you say, what is the influence on charities in the current economic times?
I think that it's really difficult because obviously it's so much harder for people themselves to make ends meet now, and things are getting so much more expensive that they don't have the spare money that they would to donate or whatever like that they would have previously done. So it's become a lot more difficult for people to help out.
And how would you say was today Feeding a Homeless Homely, how would you say was that funded? Because I know like there's a lot of people here and a lot of food, so how was that?
So basically how they've run this is that we got a couple of donations from other Rotary clubs or other Rotaract clubs, and then also a lot of the funding and the bread and the donations came from other students. So I think the biggest thing here was that it was students trying to do a little bit to better their environment, which is really, I think, the big thing to take away from this. That you don't have to do everything, but everybody can try do something.
Guys, be a homie and help feed the homeless. For more information on today's initiative and movement, visit Feed a Homeless Homie on Facebook to see how you can get involved in donating and making a difference. Then I want to give a special shout out to Yolanda Hilder from New Zealand, Auckland, for your amazing support and being crowned as Supporter of the Month. Apart from that, I want to thank Red Bull today, my amazing crew, and Gaba for the invitation. Guys, that's all for this week's episode. Thank you for watching. You guys are amazing. Bye. The previous one I was bad, but like, just want to be better.
You weren't that bad. You can just practice.
Okay, but then like teach me.
Okay, so Adele, Rolling in the Deep.
Okay.
We could have had it all. Yeah, open your mouth a little bit more.
A little bit more, okay.
Yeah. We could have had it all.